I never expected to walk in on my boyfriend and his so-called roommate with their hands tangled in each other's hair, lips locked like they'd been starving for years. The image burned itself into my brain, but honestly, the shock wasn't just about the cheating, it was the way they both looked at me, not guilty, but almost bored, like they'd been waiting for me to see. We'd moved in together 3 weeks ago, after he told me his roommate needed help with rent, and I'd ignored the weird late-night whispers, the way their fights ended in laughter, and the fact that all his stories about her sounded rehearsed. That night, when I demanded answers, they sat me down and told me the truth with a coldness that made my skin crawl. Apparently, I was never the girlfriend, I was a pawn in a twisted game of breakup revenge. She was his ex, and they'd cooked up this whole charade because she wanted to make her new boyfriend jealous, and he wanted to remind her of what she was missing. I was just the accessory, the third wheel in their drama, and the worst part was, I'd let myself believe I was the main character. I screamed, I cried, dishes were thrown, and for a minute, I almost wanted to hit him just to see if he'd finally act like a real person instead of a villain in a soap opera. He didn't even flinch. She just watched with this smug, satisfied smirk, like she was above it all. They told me I was free to leave, and something about the way they said it made me realize they'd planned every second, right down to my exit. I grabbed my things and ran, feeling more humiliated than hurt, but also weirdly relieved, like I'd finally stepped off a stage I never auditioned for. Now I can't stop wondering how long I'd been lying to myself, pretending this was love when it was just a role in someone else's story. Was I really that desperate for connection? Or did I just love the idea of being wanted, even if it was all an act? I keep replaying the moment I walked in, trying to figure out if the shock was about them, or about finally seeing myself for who I really am.